Safety third. Not first, not second, not fourth, not fifth, not sixth, not seventh. Yeah, safety third.
I hate computers.
Yeah, I actually was gonna say I have something to say.
What do you want to say?
I was gonna say I have something to say.
Welcome to this very special episode of Save
Have
Third
you
Podcast. Nigel has something to say.
Have you ever hated something so bad that it has like splash over hate to things
Yes,
that are
which group?
unrelated? Oh no, I don't know where you're going with that.
What's your least favorite race?
I was gonna say the Tennessee.
I'm gonna say
Derby.
something really
I don't know what-
controversial. F1.
I
don't get it.
There's so much hype around F1.
Hold on, Nigel had something to say.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah. I was gonna say I hate
But
Windows
first-
so bad.
Oh, it's Windows? Okay, you can go.
Yeah, I hate Windows 11 so bad
Yes.
that the joke was that I was like, even normal Windows are starting to piss me off just because of the association. I have ill will
agree.
towards anything that reminds me of the word window.
Or Bill Gates.
He's pretty separate from
Okay.
it now, but if he was the CEO, I would hate it.
Okay, here's how I feel
Yeah.
about Windows. When you know how everything has become like web browser, right? So like an app on your phone is like, don't even get me started on Reddit. It's like forcing you to download the app now.
Yeah.
Is like a web browser in an app.
Yeah.
Like everything.
Everything.
Everything's a web browser because it's sort of like this universal standard. Windows almost feels like an operating system running in a web browser.
It actually kind of is.
It's okay. I'm Mac pilled, right? Oh, God, we have so many things to catch
You know,
up.
the
Holy
start
shit.
menu
Yeah.
isn't actually just like a normal like part of the system. It's like its whole separate program
bullshit?
that like an Electron thing.
Yeah.
So
Like a whole
it's
app
like a
has to
whole
boot up?
app has to boot up when you click on the start menu. You would think that would be like one of the
Oh.
lowest level, just kind of like basic system integrations.
All right, really quick. Open Sauce just happened. This is the first podcast since Open Sauce. We did our week-long road trip driving the Taylor Dunn 450 miles, I think it ended up being, from Los Angeles to San Francisco. We started that originated here on the podcast, and we actually did. You know, everyone's like, you're not gonna fucking. They were being, and like, look, we did it.
Yeah.
We drove a janitorial cart.
Yeah, I was one of the ones
450
that was
miles.
saying, we're not gonna do this.
You were hoping. You weren't saying it. You were saying, please, I don't want to do this. I bought a Mac.
Yeah.
I bought a MacBook.
Oh,
And I think that's everything that's happened. No, there's more things, but that's like the critical. I feel like this all tied together. What do we talk about first? Do we talk about how much we hate Windows, or do we talk about open source, or do we talk about the road trip?
I want to hear
I was gonna say I also bought a MacBook, but that's because it was to replace my old MacBook that I think I told you I stepped on it.
what specifically is annoying you about Windows.
Okay, so it started off small. It started off as like, just like annoyances.
Right.
How just when you right click something, it says show more options.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like they just are trying to hide
Mhm.
everything. and with every
yeah,
update,
exactly. And then
like-
it gives you the whole list of stuff.
So when you're trying to troubleshoot like networking issues in Windows 10, I think you just literally right click on your internet thing and you just click view adapters.
Yeah, but in Windows
or
11, it
something.
just works. You don't need to do that.
No, it takes me 20 minutes to figure out how to get to the, and it feels like there's like three different ways to navigate stuff, and they all go in circles and go there. It's all just like overlays, and the back end is all Windows 10, but you have to like figure out how to get there. And I think it was one time I tried to solve something, which in Windows 10, you used to just, like I said, right click, get to the adapter, and then you're like, oh, I want to put a static IP. I looked up the tutorial for Windows 11, and they straight up were like, okay, start the run command and type like dmsy3 dot something, and you'll boot. I'm like, I don't know, obviously it's not that, but and they're like, and
with the great wizards from 1993 who made these commands based off of their dog's initial.
yeah,
Yeah.
they were like, they made it so you can't get there. So to see it, you actually have to type it in the run command. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, this is so stupid.
Why doesn't the
But
run
then
command
the problem?
automatically like populate, like, when you're typing, and why doesn't it just like show you Because I figure like, device manager
Yeah.
it's like dev mgr. And if you don't get it right, it doesn't open anything.
Listen, I'm
And it
gonna,
won't tell you.
Here's my take. I think that Linux should be the computer everyone uses, and in the modern era of AI, there is nothing you cannot figure out how to do in Linux. Like the most intimidating part of Linux is like how many things are command line, right? And you have to go look it up, and there's like terminology, but you can pretty much just ask now, how do I do this in Linux? And instead of some weird, obscure, like sifting through horrible documentation, you can kind of just get the answer. Like I was able to recover a corrupted drive, like, I don't know, earlier this year in Linux. Like I have dual boot on my PC.
Nice.
And there was none of that like banging your head against the table. Like I was just able to like get the commands and like understand the workflow to recover the drive, like copy the ISO and then scan through the disks, like, using a utility. But it was like all of this stuff, like mounting the drive is some obscure command. Like, dude, my
there's some different Linux distributions that fix that, right?
Oh,
so it's more of like a desktop.
Fix what?
I mean, like having to run weird commands.
No. If you use Linux, that's your job. You fix things.
Yeah, but it's packaged in a way that it's more friendly to new users. I don't.
Yes.
Can't remember.
And
is
then
it
when it breaks, then you have to fix it.
Debian or is it Arch?
Debian, Arch. I don't actually
know.
really understand the difference between any of the Linux. I'm not a Linux power user. I would say I'm like I speak like third grade Linux. I know, and I mean that's the thing. They all have different things like IP config in Windows. You can kind of use that in Mac.
Oh yeah, some of the context is a little different though. Like you have to put the slashes like in different,
making a directory. In
changing directories.
iOS in Mac is mkdir. Or if you want to change directory, you CD. But if you want to go back to the base directory, you do CD squiggly. Very intuitive. These are all very intuitive commands that all you have to do is consult the great
Why can't
wizards.
it just run like an AI agent? So you say go back a directory and it does.
I mean, that's I mean, listen, that's
go to
I
desktop.
think basically what the future of computing is
So
like taking these obscure, horrible commands, named after someone's dog that died 40 years ago, and just turning it into like, I would like to make a folder and move this document, and then you go spend 10,000 tokens to write code that moves a file into a folder and into the folder that it's already in.
I did want to say that I actually, so I have all this hate for Windows, and particularly also the other thing that happens, I don't know if Windows explodes when you do like remote desktop, but it just has been horrible. And I'll go on the computer and Windows, like little programs, will be off the screen. And even when you hold the Windows key, they never come back. You have to restart your computer or set your thing to only have one monitor and then add unplug and replug the monitor to get all your icons back.
Oh, wow.
But either way, I hate Windows. I feel like it's constantly glitching, but I have probably never had more weird glitches. And it's kind of a small detail, but like just working with Apple stuff.
Really?
Yeah, and it's completely random, but they're like mind-blowingly kind of like stupid problems.
I'm fully Apple pill now, so please elaborate on.
So the laptop that I stepped on, as one
Is
does.
that one of the quirks you're talking about?
Was
the fact that it's not indispensable?
Yeah, it didn't withhold my weight. I bought a new one. I got kind of a downgrade because I went from a Pro to an Air because I was like, I don't want to pay for a Pro.
Dude, I spent
refurbished
$3,000.
Dude, I went from
on mine.
I went from a brand new MacBook Pro to a refurbished MacBook Air. But look, man, I got an extra inch on the screen.
Nice.
So
I mean, dude, you got anything.
But regardless,
you can get, anything you can take, it does matter.
What do you use it for?
Me?
Is it like a work station or like a?
I'm
use it to see if
I'm very shameful to say what I use it. No, I use it to. The worst part is I use it for like general, just like
computer stuff,
note taking, very basic. So I didn't need a very powerful thing. But the very sad thing is I often splash top into my Windows computer, so it's like just a horrible experience. But on the Mac interface, but I do find the Mac's good for like managing the remote desktop and all that stuff.
Yeah, even the Air is a really nice computer.
I have only
it.
one thing I would like to say. And it's that if I could figure out how to buy negative stock in Windows laptops, I would. I would buy all of my net worth in negative stock in Windows computers. My Windows PC
But you didn't,
laptop
I still,
will
I'll
last
let you say it, but I still have to complain. I
on
still have to
minimum
complain
battery,
about Mac.
max efficiency,
Yeah.
1 hour, and it's only a couple years old.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This MacBook Pro I bought at Costco for $3,000.
Yeah, you just
I pulled it out of the box
Yep.
in the middle of our road trip. I pulled it out of the box and I used it for 3 days and nothing happened in between. I did not plug it in. I didn't even fucking unwrap the charger.
Yeah.
I pulled it out of the goddamn box and used that fucking computer
That's
for 3 days.
insane.
And I'm sitting there thinking like, why the fuck does anyone use a Windows PC? This is
Yeah.
actually psychotic. 1 fucking hour.
No, the
and when you
moment-
unplug it, what does it happen? What happens
Yeah.
when you unplug your Windows PC? It like cuts to like half
instantly half power. The lights dim.
power. Yeah.
Yeah. The screen gets really
that
dark.
was the one big
What
thing.
the
Like
fuck, actually?
It takes
I
everything
would
twice as long to
charge-
load.
I would charge my MacBook like once every few days. It would just be like, oh, the battery's at like 30%. I better actually start charging.
Imagine
it.
there's 2 car brands. One of them gets 40 miles to the gallon. And the other one, their cars get 5 miles to the gallon. It's the same fucking car. It doesn't, none of them are faster or anything. They're like the exact same speed. They look the same.
Yeah.
One of them gets 8 times worse mileage. Why the fuck would you ever buy that one? Like, I genuinely actually have no idea what's happening anymore or why anybody's buying Windows PCs. Like, it is psychotic. Like, change your workflow. Like, change your whole institution should change. Like, just because you use Windows, that like it's actually embarrassing how bad.
So
How do you explain it?
let me complain about Mac.
I mean,
Then I want to complain afterwards.
It's more Apple. So I got the new MacBook and I wanted to, it has a thing that says you get to like transfer all your files from one computer to the other. And I was like, oh, that's very convenient.
Yeah, I mean, God bless you for clicking that button. Have you ever had
Okay,
good luck
so-
with one of those wizards?
Usually on the phone, it's fine.
Wait, okay, tell me, can you explain exactly what
Honestly-
are you transferring from? Is this a Windows PC or a Mac?
No, it's just Mac,
Mac
to
to
Mac.
Mac.
It's like
Okay.
the busted Mac to the
So it
new
should-
one. So
It should be easy.
Is it going to
So
the cloud?
the biggest. No, it just goes through Wi-Fi. You can connect a wire, but it just goes through your router. Like it's not uploading to anything. It's just like through your network.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready for this now.
Okay, so the first problem I had was I opened my old MacBook and I mean, I guess it was good timing because the screen was busted, but you could still like see what was going on. But right when I opened it up, the screen just broke, completely dead. And I'm like, okay. And then I found out, I was like, how do I
USB-C to
plugged
HDMI.
HDMI into it. So the problem is it will automatically add it as an extra monitor and all of your icons are on the broken
So you have to do like
screen.
an Apollo 11.
And-
You have to have a MacBook that works off to the side and just like do everything on both computers at the same time to
But-
figure it out.
But Kevin, all your icons are on the one screen, and when I would click a menu, it opens on the broken screen. So I can't see what I'm doing.
Oh.
And then when you plug in like a mouse, by default on Mac, it goes external USB connected. Do you want to confirm? But I can't see it.
Oh, so you didn't
So
know that
what
screen
happens-
was up. So yeah.
No, but
That
you
little
but the problem is
dialogue.
how do you click confirm if you can't see
You just
it?
hit
So
enter and,
when you
pray.
close
You hit Y.
so when you close the MacBook,
Okay.
all the icons then go onto like the one screen that's connected. So I was like, okay, it is connected. So, but the problem is when you close the screen, your keyboard and your mouse don't work anymore, like on the actual laptop. So what I did was I actually just Googled it, and they're like, if you just hit like spacebar, enter, and whatever, and randomly, usually it's priority when that menu pops up, but you should be able to just like do that, and it will accept your mouse, and then you can shut the screen, and then you have all your icons. So that was the first challenge. And I was like, you know what? On Windows, you can right click and just
Okay.
do
No,
your
no.
monitor's
I'm gonna
layout.
say I didn't step on my Windows PC, and I had this exact same problem, and it was working perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Where the graphics driver had some collision with the way that applications would open up. Like when I was back using Fusion 360, it would open on like the wrong screen and freeze, or the screen would like it was exactly what you're describing, except there was nothing wrong with the computer. To this day, I have
Yeah.
no idea what
Is this on
fixed it
I
or
Windows?
had to
why-
do that before too, where you're like looking at screenshots of the menu on your phone and you have to like use the arrow keys and like
Yeah.
you have to press A to go to like all, or S to go
It
to
was, yeah,
settings,
like
and then
fully
arrow keys.
crippled.
Yeah.
Like
You're
you're stuck and you're like, how do you force the app to boot on the other screen? Because like, how does opening an application on one screen cause it to crash and not the other screen?
Wait, this is the part that part was just more annoying than anything. I did the transfer and it worked fine. It transferred first of all, it actually had some weird glitches. It wouldn't like close all the apps on the computer and it kept failing and kept saying there's an error. I don't know. So I restarted the computer, kind of fixed it. It transferred all the apps over. And then it goes, you're completed. So I open the new MacBook Air and it kind of starts up, but then an error pops up and goes like, oh, your iCloud account is like not signed in. And I was like, it's like, do you want to sign in now or like fix it now or later? I'm like, later. I click later and then it immediately pops up again. It goes, you're not signed in. Do you want to fix it now or later? So then I'm like, later. And then I go to move a menu and it's like a virus. It popped up as priority and then they would like deselect the menu and say, do you want to do this now or later? And I'm like,
Yeah, Windows 11 PCs do
what
that
is
now
this?
too. You have to like sign into a Microsoft account or create one. And
yes.
yeah,
But I think this was a glitch. But then Kevin, I go, okay,
It's not
fine,
a
I'll
glitch.
sign in. But I don't remember my password because I was like, it's some
I know,
stupid
right? How
iCloud
often do you
account.
ever type in your iCloud password?
So-
Never. And every single time you have to go through the whole recovery process.
That
But
should be the
Kevin,
password.
this
It's
has
just the
happened to me.
recovery process.
I actually think my account's broken with Apple because when I click, okay, I don't know my password. They're like, okay, we'll send you here's your phone number on file. We'll send you a code. It sends me a code on my phone. I type it in. The menu does nothing. It just literally doesn't even say I submitted the code. And then it just like a while passes, it goes, okay, timed out, no code submitted. And I'm like, I literally typed it. So then I would back out and go into the menu again. And I click send and it goes code sent to brackets phone number. And I never get it.
And then you try it again and it says,
And I'm like-
sent too many codes. Please try again tomorrow.
Yes.
You're kind of
Yes, exactly. It
terminated.
literally goes, it literally does that. It goes, you've been trying too many times. Please try again. And I'm like, are you kidding me?
There's one, I think GitHub, they just introduced two-factor with you use like an authenticator. Have you gone through? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Where I feel like everybody knows exactly what I'm talking about. You log in and you use two-factor, and then it like, dude, okay. I log in. It makes
Yeah.
me use two-factor.
hmm
And then something else comes up. It makes me use two-factor.
Yes.
It happened
Yeah.
so quickly that the two-factor, the authenticator, had not even reset. It had to cycle to new. So I type in the exact same code from the authenticator that I
Oh.
had just typed in like 5 seconds prior.
Wow.
And it says this code has already been used. And so I had to sit there and wait for like another 5 or 10 seconds for the authenticator to refresh. Like,
Oh, wow.
Like, I have never been clapped by
Yeah.
an authenticator twice so
Actually,
quickly.
The worst experience I think I ever had was trying to remove a Samsung account. It was to remove the account from a Samsung tablet that I had. It was a really old one. I wanted to give it away. It was mind blowing how bad it was. It was kind of like, oh, you want to remove your account? You need to sign in. And I was like, okay, I sign in. It goes, okay, to remove it, we've sent you an email. Like, follow the email. So I go, okay, I click the email. It goes, okay, email confirmed. We're going to send you a text message. That I'm like, okay, I get the text message. I type in the code and it goes, okay, the next menu. Are you sure you want to remove it? I'm like, yes. I go, yes. It goes, okay, we've sent you an email to confirm you want to do this. And I'm like, are you
I
kidding
know.
me? So I clicked that and then the menu came back and I swear to God,
Did
goes,
it go back
okay,
to your phone?
it sent me another text message.
Let's go.
And then it took so long that it timed out and made me restart. And I'm like, this is actually, I was like, you know what? Their security's good. No one's going to be able to remove the account
I just
if they
created
stole the tablet.
a Hugging Face account, and it says like, okay, how do you want to like authenticate? Do you want to use Google or like GitHub? And I'm like, okay, we'll do GitHub. So I click on GitHub, and then it says, please sign in to GitHub. So so I go to sign in to GitHub, and then it says like, okay, we need two-factor authentication. Please check your email. And then I go to Gmail. And I like go to sign into Gmail. It's like in the same little like web browser that pops up. And then it says, please, then it sends me a code to my phone. Then I have to like go on my phone, type in the code to get into Gmail, and then click the link to get into GitHub, and then go to GitHub, click the link to get into Hugging Face, and then sign in. And it's like, why is
What
this?
the fuck?
I know.
You know what it is? It's like each service like has their own thing,
Yeah.
and they just sort of assume they add it onto the stack, and so it's like do the email, do the this, do the that, and it's almost like because there's so much like interlinking, it's not like one cohesive interface for security.
And I think because it pops up in this like separate window, it's like an incognito window maybe that doesn't have like your saved passwords or like cookies. So you have to like, if you click that, you have to like go through all these steps to authenticate something.
Here's like, you can see the bureaucracy, how that happens, right? It's like you're the developer, you're sitting there trying to figure out how to like make sure that, you know, people don't get their passwords ripped or impersonated, you know, like that's what two-factor for, prove that you're you. And it's like, you have two choices. You can either make it simpler, which might introduce security issues, or you just go with the heavier option, which definitely won't introduce security issues, but might make things a bit of a nightmare. Which one do you choose? Which one's less work for you? The more secure one.
Yeah.
And so and then you just like, every time they do this, you like stack another authentication. It's like, you must authenticate 6 times in a row.
I know. Oh yeah. And then Google was like, once it did send me the code and I typed it in, it said, just as an extra security measure, please select all the motorcycles in the image. So on Windows recently, I was trying to make a file, dude, just a plain file.
Yeah.
So you go into text editor, you type the stuff you want in the little command, you hit save as like script.file.
Yeah.
And then you go to all, like save as file type, you go all files.
Mm-hmm.
You hit save, you go on the desktop and it's saved as
TXT.
script.txt.file. Or no, script.
File.txt.
Yeah, file.txt. So you just delete the txt and you hit enter and that doesn't do anything. So I don't know how I figured this out. It was like 10 minutes of trying different things. Finally got it to work. I have no idea. I couldn't tell you.
They've like tabletized everything.
Yeah.
Like everyone is an iPad kid now, whether you want to be or not.
How are you supposed to do that? It's like, do you want to save this as a text file or as all files? And I just hit, okay, all file as .file. That should work, right?
Yeah. That's bad.
I should be able to save a text as an exe if I want to.
I think I hate computers more than I've ever hated computers, but I also sort of love computers now more than I've ever loved computers, because I can you can sort of just make computer do whatever you want. Like I can finally tell computer to do the things I want computer to do. So after open source, what do we talk about? I feel like we have to talk about the road trip, but okay, so I made a program.
Mm-hmm.
I made a web app, and it solves this problem that I have, which is, okay, so it's like after open source, right? We've sort of gotten beaten to hell for like a couple of weeks. So I was like, I need to do this. I need to do this. I need to make
chill.
this thing. Not chill, but just, I need to do like the thing I've been thinking about doing, which is it's this organization tool. And so I have those little Harbor Freight totes, the little portable organizers.
How many of those totes do you have?
Probably 1,000. And no, it's not. It's maybe like in total, maybe 50, maybe more. And I I showed them a while back on the podcast where like in Onshape, I took a picture of the tool with my phone, put it in Onshape, traced the outline, and then put it into a block that fits into the tool case. And so you can like take the bins out of the part organizer that you don't want. You put your 3D printed block in it that fits your tools, and now you have a kit, right? So it's like you got your crimping tool and all your terminals, or you've got your ferrule crimper, and then all your ferrule sizes. And
it's like a Gridfinity thing, but it goes in a portable storage box.
Less brain damage than Gridfinity. I've got some shit to talk about Gridfinity. I know it's going to piss off a lot of people that have a 3D printer and only use it to print organization things because they don't actually know how to print anything else. I'm so sorry if that's you. And this is how you found out. Yes, fuck you too. And so basically what it is, and I later learned there's something that kind of does this, but not exactly what I want, called Tool Trace. And they were at open source for the past couple of years. You take a picture, you open it in the app, it automatically calibrates. Well, it's sort of, you like choose. So you can do like 4 corners of a piece of paper, right? So it's like, that's a standard rectangular shape. You can select the corners, it automatically selects them. And then it like flattens your image out, right? So like it fixes a perspective for you. And then you highlight the tools that you want to select. It uses a low resolution segmentation library to create like a blob around it. And then it goes through with OpenCV. And I have a bunch of things that it does to like refine the edge. And so it kind of comes up with a loose edge, and then it goes and it does like actual sort of optical refinement of the edge, which turns out really fucking hard. Like shadows are like a nightmare, and there's like, whatever. It's good.
Okay.
And then you choose the size of the portable storage container that you have. Like I have it pre-made into grids, or you can draw your own shape. You could trace it on the image if you want. You go to the next tab, and it lets you arrange the tools. So it masks all the tools out, and you can arrange them now.
Okay.
And then once you've arranged them inside of your cutout, then you go to the next step, and that's the 3D. And you can put little finger reliefs and everything. And so I asked everyone in the Safety Third server to send me reference pictures of tools on a piece of paper. Only got one dildo, but that is
I saw that.
It's in the training data now.
When I opened up the notification, that was the first image I saw.
Wow, that's unfortunate. What color was it?
It was like green or blue.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
You got good memory. And I can just literally make organizers. I can like finally make all my toolkits of like all the little things. Like I made the one I have been wanting to make that I just finally printed last night is my network box. So it's got 2 trays, the original trays from the organizer. And then it's got a 3D printed block that holds the cable continuity
Like the
tester,
Ethernet
the
crimper.
Ethernet crimper, and a pair of diagonal cutters, like wire cutters. And so
Nice.
now if you want to make an Ethernet cable, you don't have to go find like the tub of connectors or Ethernet
Yeah.
ends.
You should also put some of the like the male to male or like, the
adapters
adapters in there. Yeah.
That's a good idea. Like literally, like I can't describe like how nice having like the little kitification tool is, and it all runs in just the web browser. Like there's no back end or anything. It's a little bit big.
How big is it right
it's
now?
like 50 megabytes, which is big for a website. But it does,
I don't think it is. Not nowadays.
Maybe not nowadays. It does do it incrementally, and it does cache. But most of that is actually like the segmentation library, which is like not even mine. I stole it from the internet. But like, dude, I like made the computer do what I wanted. I was like, do this, do that. Let's fix this. Let's fix that. Like, there's still a lot of stuff that doesn't work. Like the computer vision stuff, I had to do a lot of it by hand. But like, just being able to like build a web UI that shows the tuning process for the optical refinement.
Yeah.
Like, dude, it was so fucking cool. I took the segmentation like ring, so imagine if you have like the shape of a star, it'd be like a star, but all the corners are gone. The like kind of loose one, because it takes your image and converts it into 256 by 256 pixels.
Okay.
And so it's like a much lower resolution.
And by
version.
segmentation, you mean like drawing line segments?
Tracing, like pulling an object out of an image.
Yeah.
So like finding the edges essentially.
Okay.
Which is like, it's like a trained network. It's not like, I don't know if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
It's like
It's not
figures
pure
out what the lines
math.
should be. Yeah, it's like some little bit of magic in there, which is why it's so big. And then I was like, okay, cool. What if I did like a line scan? Like I drew a line on the kind of shitty segmentation result, and then I traced it around the outline, and then like shit those pixels out into a scan.
Mm.
And so you had like the entire edge of the object, but like flat, like converted to like a flat domain.
It probably still is all math, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's probably
No, the segmentation library. Yeah, but it's like weights instead of, I think. Anyways, I was able to like pretty, I would say, reliably get results from all sorts of different images. Some better than others. Because if you like improve one, it sometimes can cause problems with the other ones. And it literally just worked. Like it just fucking worked.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I don't know. It's sick as shit. There's a link in Safety Third in the announcements tab if you want to play with it. Let me know if it works or not for you. And then I'm going to keep working on the UI and then post it publicly.
Ooh, that's cool. Oh, speaking of all math.
Yeah.
I was just like trying to laser cut a sign and I didn't want to draw it. So I asked Claude, hey, can you make me like a DFX or like SVG file that looks like this? Imagine something like the Safety Third dumpster logo. Right. And it said, okay, like installing Python, installing Matplotlib, installing like all these other like functions. And then I'm like, what is it doing? Just make me an image.
Like
and
wrote a program to make it.
It wrote a program and it was actually like drawing the lines as functions. It was like,
holy shit.
Yeah, I saw it like as it was thinking, it was like, okay, to follow this tangential arc, it's like f of x equals this. And I'm like, what is it? What's going on?
Holy shit.
And it took like 15 minutes.
That's all it knows. That's all it knows is code.
And then Nano Banana like nailed it perfectly in like 2 seconds flat.
That is so with SVG?
No, a PNG.
Pixels, yeah.
Yeah, trying way too hard.
Yeah, I just like, oh my God, being able to write software this efficiently is like, I don't know, man. It's fucking
Yeah.
CNC Kitchen. He's got a new thing. I don't know if he's not made a video about it.
Is it that thing that you showed me?
Which one?
The 3D printer texturizer?
Nope. That's the first one. He's got a new one.
Ooh.
But I don't think it's not public. I
Okay.
think he posted it somewhere. I don't remember where. It's like FEA. So it's like simulation
Oh, cool.
that just runs in your browser. And then it optimizes. God, I don't know. Has he said this anywhere? I shouldn't say anything.
No. Also, I know that you want to talk about. I know you want to talk about the road trip, but Alan wants to come on the podcast and talk about it too. So we'll do that next week.
Let me see. John, can you look up CNC Kitchen Twitter? No, it's not going to work. He freaking lock you out on the computer. You know what? I think he posted it on Twitter. Fuck it. We'll cut it out if he didn't. It optimizes your 3D print infill based on FEA results.
Ooh.
So you can like hollow or increase density of a part depending on the loads that it's going to undergo.
Oh, that's nice.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, sort of generative at that point. Like,
So you know that if it's like going to be fixed on this side and like the force is going to be pushing down on the far side, it can like
it can ignore infill in certain areas.
Yeah, it can like, and it can like build it thicker and like add trusses.
No,
cool.
it won't add trusses, but it'll just like change the infill density.
Mm.
So you end up with a part that like is faster to print, but optimized for a load. Like, I think that's so freaking cool.
Yeah. I wanted to make a silencer for my BB gun, and I was trying to think like of a cool design. So I thought like, you know, what if you had the gyroid infill, but it was just like, that was the inside of the silencer.
Yeah.
But then it's, you know, you have to have like the tube that the BB goes through down the center. So how would you do that?
Get rid of the layers, you're saying?
Yeah, like
You can do that.
the internal hole layers. You can do that?
Yeah, you can do that. I don't know exactly how, but you can definitely do it.
When I was trying to do
perimeter, you can restrict perimeters or something like that.
But then I also wanted the gyroid infill to be like, instead of like a one line thick, I wanted it to be 2 passes thick. So it was a little bit stronger. You can't do that.
No, you could though probably modify it yourself if you want.
I was thinking about it. I was thinking.
But no, I like, I don't know. I saw so much cool stuff at Open Source this year, and like, I don't know, just I feel like the things that people are doing are just getting like more people are sort of able to use, like, do more complicated things. Like even like simple stuff. I don't know. There was like a step. It was like an elevation in projects this year, like an escalation in like how cool the project. And there were so many more projects this year too. It was like almost exactly 500, a little bit under. Like, I wish I got to see more stuff, but do you see like the full scale railroad track?
Yeah.
Or not full scale, the like model the full run.
Yeah. Where the cars are like bigger than, like, you know, the Cozy Coupe cars.
Yeah.
They were the size of like a Power Wheels car. Is how big the little cars were that you sat in. Oh yeah, but longer.
Yeah.
But like that wide.
Did you see that? The train?
I didn't really like walk around too much.
Did you see any exhibits?
Not many.
Oh my God, Nigel.
As in,
what about the walking tank? The
and it was just kind of like wandering around. Yeah, I saw that one.
The one that like the whole turret on top spins.
Oh, the cannon that launched.
The cannon tank. The like walking wheelchair cannon tank thing.
Yeah, with like the turret's pintle mount.
Straight out of Metal Gear, straight out of Metal Slug.
Yeah.
Like a sort of cartoonishly small, like mechanized vehicle.
Did you see the Mars rover that
no, I saw your interview with him though.
Dude, that was sick.
Yeah.
It was like a real robot.
It
was like totally out of the, like, it wasn't hobby grade. This was like real.
All this stuff is like so much more advanced and impressive than like anything I saw when I was in like high school and college. Like people just didn't, I don't know why. I mean, when I was a kid and I like wanted to build stuff. Like I did build stuff and I wanted to do electronics. And like, I remember like one of my projects I wanted to build was a LEDs that would like light up with music, right? Because you see that on, you know, like equalizers and stuff. And I was like, I want to make like it was like, you know, and that sounds like such a fucking stupid thing because you can just buy it on Amazon for like $6 right now.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I want to make a thing. And so I like got some transistors from Fry's Electronics.
Oh, wow.
I got resistors. I had some shitty LEDs.
Microphones.
Yes. And I'm like sitting there and I'm like, I have no fucking idea how to do any of this. And it's like nobody at school could teach me how to do it. And so I built some like absolutely just shit god awful circuit for like, you know, amplifying or converting an audio waveform into, you know, current for an LED, and like it didn't work. It like kind of worked. Like you basically
then it made the music sound like trash too.
Dude, it was like not. It was just not it, right? And I had like I wanted to learn. I had no idea how to learn, and I remember like in like senior year, like the first Arduino came out, and I bought one. I don't even know where. I probably found it on Instructables or something. I bought one. And I was like I like took my servo motors from this like Vex Robotics kit, and I wanted to build this thing that would like take pictures of something in 360. Like it would move and take a picture and then move and take a picture and move and take a picture.
Oh yeah.
And I feel like I struggled so much, and there was like nobody and no resource that could help me understand any of this stuff. Like you had the internet, but like I'm just a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Like with basics, you know, electrical engineering knowledge from a physics class where like V equals IR kind of shit, like power, like none of this, you know, any more advanced, you know, like practical application. And I'm like trying to figure out how microcontrollers work and like programming. And I'm like, I don't fucking understand any of this. Like, what's this? Like my servo shit. And I'm like, I have no idea what's going on. And I feel like nowadays you can just have an idea and you could learn how to do it so much faster.
Yeah.
Like
I bet it was so difficult for you that you ended up like putting it down and walking away from it for a little bit because it was just like impossible.
I don't actually know how to do this. And I don't know how, like, there's not enough information online. There's not really any clarity. I fundamentally did not have an understanding of what was going on.
And now there's Amazon, there's all these web forums, you can buy components and modules from China. Like God bless whoever made all these modules, you know, like speed controller modules, or like H-bridge driver modules. Like and little buck and boost converter modules, dude. It's amazing.
And I feel like the modularity of all this stuff, you know, and even just like how you can obtain information online now is like, all I want is a thing that can detect a black line on a white board. Like just give me a line sensor. I don't fucking care about the amplifier and the circuit and like the Schmidt trigger, whatever the hell they're using, the comparator to like flip the signal between on and off. Like I don't care. Like, sure, some analog nerd is going to get excited about that, but like, I want to build a line following robot and I want to make the program. I don't want to make the freaking line sensor. Like, sure, the line sensor is like a fun exercise in another world, but like, I'm making dude, if I want to make a program, I don't have to build a computer. I don't want to have to make a computer chip. Like, those are all fun exercises, but that's not what I want to do right now.
Exactly.
I just want to make this fucking thing so I can program it. And like, that modularity has just like massively accelerated how much shit people can do in such a short amount of time. Like you can just say, I have an idea. And then you can be like, here are my like core components, like the core problems I need to solve. I need, like, let's say you want to make a line following robot. I need a line sensing module. I need a motor. I need a thing that make motor turn on and off. I need a thing that make motor turn off at like on enough different speed, maybe. Like that would be great. And you can just buy a freaking block for each one of those problems. And then you can just do it. And if you give a shit about the analog electronics, you can do it later if you really like that. Or you hire someone else to do it. Like, I don't know. There's just something like, there's something so crazy seeing like how much cooler the exhibits like become every year. Like I feel people are getting a little bit more into the routine and the groove of like what an open source exhibit is. And, you know, they like see other people's exhibits and it really has like, it's really so fucking cool. It's like my dream, man. Like
it's
my
awesome.
dream is to just like make things and like solve like any little stupid problems or like let those intrusive thoughts win, you know, and just make some stupid shit and then show that shit to other people who do stupid shit. Like, I think this might be like the best era for making shit. Like actually,
yeah.
Especially with how accessible software has become. Like,
and software makes it too, you know, like you can build anything you want. And then like the line following robot, right? You want to build the robot and then you can like turn a shitty robot into an awesome robot if you can just like get the software right.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, or even just like understanding the theory of it. Like even with the, like this, Tool Pocket, Old Daddy, whatever the hell. That domain is available for some reason. Someone should buy it because I definitely shouldn't buy that one.
Which one?
Old Daddy.
Huh.
Like just being able to come up with an idea of like, what does it look like if I take the outline and flatten it? Like an object, like unwrapping an object. Like I remember see the video I did where I like unwrapped my face?
Yeah.
Like I wrote that all in Python. It probably took me like a day because I've been really shitty at writing Python. And like I got it to work. And then like other people would use it and like it wouldn't work. And then they'd be like trying to help them fix it. Like, oh, you need this, you need the library for that. And it's like you spend so much time on these like little technical problems.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't want to figure out how to do the technical thing. I just want to see what this thing looks like when it's stretched out into a flat line.
Nigel, you said you didn't get a chance to look at a lot of exhibits. Did you at least try the taser knife fighting one?
I will say that, I mean, short answer, no, I did not.
What did you see?
But I didn't see
I
a lot.
didn't get to see that one either.
How did you not see a lot?
Honestly, I think a lot of the big reason is because I showed up to this open sauce absolutely obliterated.
Blackout?
Blackout
brownout?
drunk
What are we
in my
talking?
usual state. No, basically trying to finish the video I'm putting together destroyed me. And then I thought it would be really smart to work late before I went there. And so I went to bed. I think I went to bed at like 4 a.m. and I got up at like 5 to take the flight. And so I showed up just like feeling terrible.
Wow.
And so I really pushed hard on Saturday and I was just doing a bunch of stuff. And then on Sunday, I kind of just like died.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about that. I'm like, what's wrong with me? I'm like, last year I was like out doing stuff, trying to like, be active. And this one, I just was like, I'm actually in a coma.
I tried, I got to try laser welding with the X-Tool laser welder.
Oh, awesome.
That was cool. I don't know if I would, it definitely feels like that's meant for like a very specific use case.
It is.
Like if you're just welding on like flat, smooth, not rusty steel over and over again,
my feeling, because I have a laser welder and, a normal welder, quote unquote, my feeling is that the laser is particularly good for like stainless, thin metal, and aluminum. But the normal welder is pretty good for just like, if you're doing robust steel or just like iron welds and you just have like crappy, structural stuff you want to do and you just want to dump metal onto it and you don't really care. It is definitely, I find that I have been turning to just like, just even like flux core. You're just like, it's just dirty and you don't care.
If you're making like little ornamental signs or something, like you like cut it out and you have to like weld it to like a plate on the bottom. That would be the laser. You just go like across this like clean, smooth steel. You just do that over and over again.
Yeah.
But
laser cutter, laser welder is like an awesome combo.
Yeah.
And like a sheet metal bender, dude, you could build
anything.
Yeah, anything. But it's a lot of
what I did though.
Prep work.
Oh, sorry. What I did though that kind of like blew my mind, and it obviously worked, was for the magnet project. I had to make like a KF50 plate. So it's like a vacuum fitting that connects the tube's connected to a plate, and it's all stainless steel. So I think this one was just 304, and it has to be vacuum tight, like not high vacuum, but like pretty decent vacuum. And so I was like, okay, there's no way I can TIG this. That's like just straight up
coward.
Yeah. So what I did instead was I bought on Vivor just like a little welding turning table.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I've done this before
so
too.
It just turns. And then I got my camera Manfrotto Magic Arm and I clamped the laser welder into it. And I just didn't put any feed wire. I just literally, because it was a very thin gap, I like already had pushed the pieces of metal together. And then I just clicked the pedal and had it go in a circle. And then I just touched the on button and it just fused the metal.
It was like the wobble line too. You were doing like the wobble. So it was kind of like.
No.
Oh, wow. Okay.
It's like, it was perfectly fixed. When you look at it, you're like, oh, this looks like it's just straight up done in a factory. Like it looks like a perfect weld, but I'm just like, I'm a bozo who's never welded stainless before. And then I tested it and it held a good vacuum.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, huh.
I feel like
This
you
is
can
really
see if the
good
weld's
for-
not going to hold a vacuum or not.
Yeah.
If you look at your weld and you're like, I don't think that's going to hold a vacuum, you have a fucking huge problem.
yeah, that's a good point. But like this one, it literally looks like if I sanded it a little bit, it would just look like it's one piece of metal that was just like milled or something. And I'm just like, damn, this looks really good. And it was brain dead.
Yeah.
Whereas if I had to TIG weld it and touch it with a stick, I was like, this would just be
Horrible.
a disaster.
Yeah, I've got
this
a
would
few
be
of
an
those I
actual
can show you.
disaster.
I've done that before too, Nigel, but I put the part on my lathe and I turned it down to the slowest setting.
Okay, yeah, exactly.
Yep.
It comes out and you're just like, whoa, that's
I
like
think I did that once, but somebody else was turning the lathe by hand.
Yeah. And you're sitting there with like a MIG welder.
Yeah, this was for like an axle, like a, what do you call the drive shaft in the axle? What is that called? The axle?
I don't know. Axle shaft.
Axle shaft?
Yeah. Drive
for,
shaft.
for an FSAE car, and it spiral fractured
Oh,
where the two ends of the weld met.
oh, wow. Just like,
My
like-
favorite,
Yeah.
that's cool.
my absolute favorite welds, like the thing that really
Not immediately.
indicates
It did
a high
last for a little bit,
quality
to be
weld.
clear.
If you ever use flux core, actually I wouldn't say if you use it. I just say the thing that indicates a good weld to me is when you show up and you look at it and it has like the little pieces of flux core sticking out of it, so it's like little hairs coming out of the weld. To me, that's an indication of quality.
Yeah, I'd rather go spend $150 on welding gas and struggle dealing with air gas every 2 weeks than flux core weld. I'd rather not weld than flux core weld.
I don't know, man. You know, like the bell curve meme where it's like the idiot,
Oh,
the
yeah.
normie, and then like the
Flux-
master.
yeah, flux
I
core,
would say like
flux core.
flux core, and in the center is like gas.
I
shielding
think
gas.
that
Wait, flux core is a master technique?
I don't think you want to be on the.
No, that's somebody who's done it for so long. They're just like, fuck it, flux core. Like it's good
Yeah.
enough.
I don't think you want to be that person.
They just give up.
I've been there a few times recently.
Well, yeah, I don't know if that person's given up or that person is actually just like they're so good that they can one shot everything.
I
If
don't
you
know.
can't one shot everything,
There's just something nice about never having to worry about gas.
or but you realize that you are on the left side of the curve.
No, I'm on the right
No,
side.
you're not on the right side of the curve.
No, because I used to.
Someone
I
who
used
says they're on the right side is
I
definitely
used to
on the left
like
side.
it, and then
Yeah.
I tried the gas, and I'm like, wait, flux core sucks.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
why would anybody ever use flux core? And I've
Right.
done that for like 5 or 6 years now.
Yeah.
And then I ran out of gas, and I'm like,
And
what
you
have
went
I been
back-
doing with gas this whole
and you
time?
went
Flux
back
core
to the right
flux
side of the
core
bell
is
curve.
fine. Yeah. Now I'm on the right side.
The right? No, you're back to the right side. No, the left side is a completely different type of person that
So-
uses all sorts of fun machine shop terminology and probably will die when they're 65. But if they hadn't worked in a machine
The-
shop, they would have lived till 80. I know several people like
The thing I
that.
find funny about flux core, I feel like it, at least for me, it really embodies for most welds, it's like it objectively is gonna make a worse weld, and it's more and way more annoying to clean up, and it's much messier, but you don't have to connect gas, which is also annoying. Like, it's just sheer laziness and convenience.
Yeah.
And I feel like just the fact that I tolerate that because I don't feel like setting up the gas, I don't know, it tells me something about myself that you're willing to go through all this extra cleanup because somehow
No,
you're
see,
too
that's
lazy
psychotic.
to connect the gas line.
The only way I agree with you is if your complaint is going to the gas store. Okay, if the gas just got delivered here and you didn't have
Yeah.
to pay for it, costs the same as a flux core, would you gas weld or flux weld?
Then I would gas.
You would gas weld.
Yeah.
Would
Yeah,
would
but
not
what-
having
Kevin,
the hookup
Kevin.
stop you from gas welding?
Oh yeah. Like if I had to still do it all myself, I don't know. Now that I have the gas, it's fine, and I'm not going to use flux core.
Kevin,
would
your
you
gas is in
rather,
the garage.
Unload? If you had flux core in the machine,
yeah.
and to swap it out, all you had to do was hook the gas up and replace the wire. Would you do that?
Oh, probably not. I would keep the flux core
Ugh.
unless I really needed something to be super clean.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
But it just gets me where it's like, it's just like it reminds you when you're doing something that you know is lazy and you're like, I'm actually not saving any time. I'm just going to suffer down the line, but I am so lazy that I will just do that.
You know how people say like,
and
listen.
then down the line, you're like,
People say listen to the weld, right? If it sounds like sizzling bacon, that means that you're like you have your settings right. But with flux core, it kind of just always sounds like that. So it always sounds like I'm doing a good weld. And that's why I like it too.
Exactly.
What were you saying though, Nigel?
Oh no, I don't remember. I just was like, no, I don't remember. Actually, I don't remember.
I got to ride around in Oshkut's simulator for the first time. Like it was at last year's Open Sauce. It was at the Sauce-a-thon at their factory. And
I tried it
They had
too.
it this year, and I was like, basically, it was at the end of the event. Like it was Sunday evening, and everyone's packing up, and I was like, I'm gonna fucking get in that goddamn thing.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I've been wanting to do this for like 2 years now.
He kept like asking every time you would walk by. He's like, "Hey, come try it. Come try the simulator.
Do it." And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna get in there. So they have this like full 3D motion rig that like it's like the full rotational, no up and down or anything, right? So it's like you're gimbaled, I guess is the phrase. And there's an IMU on a little RC rock crawler.
Okay.
And they built this like whole like terrain like diorama for it.
It was sick.
It was freaking awesome.
It was like this off-road park with like a bridge and like
into a gorge.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
and
I saw
out of the gorge.
Yeah.
And so I like drove it around through that, and if you're just like when you're going on these rocks, you're like the whole thing is like up, like you're just getting lurched around as the car moves, and I was like, put me on the ground. And so he picks me up, and then you feel like you're in the hand of God, right? You feel like God came down and picked you
the chair's
up.
Because like the chair's moving around.
Yes, the chair's moving, and like there's just hands in front of the camera, and you're like, oh, I felt like a puppy. Like a kitten being held by a child, just like sort of like strangled, shaking around. And they put me on the ground, and I'm like, that was very, very fun. Like just driving through the landscaping of the event center.
Oh yeah,
like over
like the grass and could you feel like the bumps on the asphalt?
It was very bumpy. Yes.
Wow.
You had to go slow because man, it would shake the shit out of you. And it was.
Dude, I went crazy on that machine.
It really would. Like I almost felt like if I was too harsh, it would be too violent. I think they have it filtered down quite a bit, but they said when they first were building it, like the filtering wasn't high enough, and it was like
scrambling your brain.
Crazy, yeah. But that was a lot of fun. I feel like I could have explored the event. Like if you put me in there, I could have driven that thing around for an hour, like exploring.
Oh, that's
everything.
awesome.
Like, it was so much fun.
I never got to try it.
You should definitely try it next time. Like I wish it almost like when something is so good, all you can think about is like improvements for it. Or it's like, I wish there was like lower latency on the video, and then do some of like the VR tricks where you can take the rendered frame and then re-render it on the local computer so that you can compensate for the offset.
Oh, okay.
If that makes any sense. So it's like if you take a frame now, it gets processed, transmitted to the screen on the simulator. Let's say that whole pipeline takes like 30 milliseconds or 60 milliseconds. So you're like you're 1 or 2 frames behind. So what you can do, and so your IMU data is probably coming through faster.
Yeah. So you just buffer that, buffer the IMU data.
You would take your IMU data from the car and then from the simulator, and then you would take your frame that's supposed to be rendered, and you just shift the frame in accordance to the IMU difference. And so you can like stabilize, you can like get the screen to like better match to compensate for the frame lag.
Or just like put a like delay on the IMU data.
Yeah, but then your whole thing becomes desync. You're desyncing even farther, right? So then your experience when the screen moves, or no,
I mean, at least then it would be, you would have like lag, but it wouldn't be offset. I don't know.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Honestly, if he did, I don't know what pipeline he's using, but if there's some like digital drone stuff that.
I think it's a super, super, super basic, like not optimized system at all, because they just built this whole thing for fun.
Oh yeah.
But it's like so cool. It just makes me think like, oh my God, this would be, amazing to like a couple of things.
I know.
If you could just like tighten the input to output, but it was so fast. It was, man, I loved it.
You know what? Honestly, just like a VR or like an FPV headset with analog video.
Yeah, that would be cool too.
Yeah, and then you just like you're fully immersed, and then when you drive, it feels like you're actually kind of in the car.
Because you can see now that like your head movement is going to be compensated for faster in the glasses. Like
you can even put like a gimbaled camera on top of it too, so you can look around.
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
No, that was a lot of fun. I didn't get to see as much as I wanted to. I was like running around. We had 2 battery fires from the Comet Robotics. That caused some problems.
That happens.
Yeah, well, that I shouldn't even say this. Turns out when you say that happens to the venue, that they really don't like that. When you tell them that battery fires are normal in combat robotics, and somebody said that to the venue, and then I had to spend an hour with the venue.
They're not big, like.
Dude, it doesn't matter.
Here, we'll blow up another one. I'll show you how.
I've learned. You know what? You know what this reminds me of? Like running the event really reminds me of this like transition when I was in Boy Scouts from being one of the little assholes to one of the older kids. Like when you're one of the little assholes, it's so much fun, right? You're just in this environment and you can do whatever.
Yeah.
And then once you're one of the older kids, it kind of, a lot of the older kids have like dropped out.
Yeah.
Or they're in jail because for some reason kids who are bad were the ones that tended to be like the most likely to be in Boy Scouts. And it's like less fun because all of a sudden, like, what?
Yeah, because you get in trouble if the kids do something stupid. So you're like, guys, just stop. I'm going to get in trouble now.
Also, like, there's
like,
not a
I don't
whole lot of
care.
things
It's
more
awesome.
embarrassing than a group of people getting in trouble, and one of them is 3 years older than all the other ones. Like they're like 13 and you're 16, and it's like,
yeah.
So I mean, not that I was like a bad kid or anything, but there's just like a level of like it's not the same. There's a lot of that with the event where it's like the sort of like silliness of the event that like I enjoy. I like can't because you have to deal with all of the consequences that come from that silliness.
Exactly, because I mean, just a month ago we were blowing up a lipo in the driveway. You don't care, but it's like you have to respect the venue.
So much more complicated than what is actually fine and not fine. Like you have to basically explain to someone after you've already sort of settled everything that you're now going to introduce a new thing that they don't understand. I mean, you try explaining to somebody running a venue about, you can't, it's impossible.
Well, I tried explaining about like my one wheel.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, sorry, you can't do it. Like, I'm like, oh, come on, it's fine. Like, these people are riding around like on robots. He's like, well, that's fine. Just no personal electric vehicles. I'm like, well, what do you call this robot that the guy's riding on?
I know.
It has a cannon on it.
I know. But that's the thing is they don't know. And so it passes. No, it's definitely like, there's like a whole bureaucracy that I get to, we get to enjoy that,
I know. But then I rode around on my little mobility scooter.
Didn't say anything.
And no, in fact, the guy said, hey, you found the loophole.
Yeah, because they're familiar with it.
Yeah, so he knows that he can't get in trouble now. So he doesn't care.
Yeah, that's exactly. See, you've actually condensed everything into that one simple idea. They just don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah.
So who does not want who would they get in trouble with for fires? The fire department. Who has not given a thumbs up to this specific scenario battery fires? The fire department.
Oh, so the fire department just says like, okay, I know you guys are doing like robotics, and if there's a battery fire, here's how you put it out. Yep. Like, good luck, guys.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If there is a thumbs up from the like top of the chain of escalation, then it's okay. If that has not been explicitly approved from early on, then you can't do it and you can't renegotiate. And so it becomes not about, well, if that, it is like, it does not, the chain of liability has been broken. And so it cannot happen.
Do you remember the first year when the NHRL robots were fighting? Yeah. And one of them had a can of like it was literally a flamethrower robot, and it had this huge can of butane sticking off the back. That got hit. The entire container filled with butane, and then it ignited. Yes. It like blew the roof.
I remember that.
The roof jumped up like a foot.
But there was explicit permission
to do that
from the local fire department for that exact setup.
And it was epic.
Yeah. So that's, I would say my running the event is definitely a different relationship than getting to run and explore the exhibits. And I wish that I had more time to go and explore exhibits. I barely saw anything. I got to see like 10 things maybe. The U-Haul Polaroid camera was awesome.
Oh, I didn't get to see that one.
That was fucking sick. I've been meaning to see that for
So did they hang a bunch of Polaroids on the back of the U-Haul? Or did they like make a giant piece of film?
No, it was like, imagine a camera with a dark room inside of the camera.
Oh, okay. So it would just be going onto like
like
a
8.5
normal
by 11 piece of paper
Oh, okay.
or film.
So it was like a large format camera.
Yes, imagine a large format camera that you can be inside of. So like they had a 2x4 frame inside of the U-Haul, and then they would stick the photo paper into it, and they would like physically like move it back and forth, and the lens was like mounted on the
To find the focal point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then they would develop it in the back of the U-Haul, and then they would like put it out for the like final development
Yeah.
process outside. But that was freaking awesome because you could like be inside of the camera. You know, they wear like the hood
Yeah.
in the old days. It was like no hood, no box. You literally are in the camera.
And then like your eyes are perfectly adjusted.
So
Yeah.
you can see the film, the focal plane on the film. So it's like, that's the display is like the like paper being lit up. Like, oh, it's
And they
so
had an
cool.
actual lens too. So it wasn't just like a camera obscura. It
But
was,
it was a real lens. Yeah.
Yeah.
A big lens. So that was a lot of fun. Taking a picture with that. It's just such a stupid idea. And I love it so much. Like, it's just like, you should never do anything like it, but it's like, then they did it, and it's like, then you get to sort of see the intrusive thought in real life, and it's horrible, and it was hot in there, and everyone's sort of miserable, but like, it's so fucking cool.
I know.
And at the end of the day, it's like, we like took hundreds of pictures of people using a U-Haul as a camera. Like, it's just, I don't know, man. They just gotta go back to like, one day you die, and like, the more U-Haul cameras you make before you die, I think the happier you'll be when you die.
Can we make one? But we do like the entire
Yeah.
like back, the entire cab is one.
I was thinking that.
It's like a giant cyanotype or something like
would be
that.
a fucking nightmare, but you can't. They sell paint, I think, or there's some sort of spray or pigment or paint you can buy
Yeah.
to make your own paper.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've seen that before. Yes.
dude, it would be
It's like the blue kind,
Maybe.
I think. Or just the normal silver stuff.
I don't know. You'd have to like get one of the like garden weed sprayer bottles, and like all your chemicals. You're like you pump it up and like spraying the wall.
Yeah.
It would be a whole ass ordeal.
It'd be cool though.
Even just like a big poster, I think you could like. What's the biggest tub we can buy? And
Yeah.
like just scale it to whatever the biggest tub we can buy is. Because like trying to develop that with,
I
like,
know.
Oh my god!
Just spraying the chemicals
Yeah,
on,
and then there's,
like
like, dripping
squeegeeing
everywhere.
it off. Yeah.
But yeah, getting a 1-to-1 image that's like 4 feet by 4 feet wide would be
Yeah.
fucking cool. I think the lens he had would easily project like 2 feet diameter.
Oh,
It was like
yeah.
way beyond the film.
How big was the lens? Was it like multiple lens
No, it was
elements?
just like one 80 millimeter
Oh, okay.
Russian lens, just like some big fucking. It wasn't huge.
Just like a single.
element
thing.
Oh
Oh.
yeah, it was like probably a stack of.
Oh, okay.
But it was one lens unit.
I got a lens here.
Hey,
Ooh.
for a
Projector?
no, is it for a projector? No, it looks like it's for like a camera. That's very big.
That's a nice lens.
It's not doing
What is
anything.
it for?
It's not
it a,
lensing.
Is it a projector lens?
No, it's for what's it called? How do I not know?
Old spy
Like
satellite.
a silver plate camera.
Oh, silver
Oh, it
plate.
is a silver. I was gonna say it looks like one of the cameras that slides into the front of a bellows camera. That is an enormous.
Yeah,
piece of
exactly. And what's funny is it has bubbles in it.
glass. In the
It
glass,
has little air bubbles.
like shitty glass, like old school. This is good.
No, I looked it up because I thought it was trash. I was like, I got scammed. But I think I could be wrong. It said something like glass, you can actually date and know when a lens was made because only after a certain date did there stop being bubbles because there was a massive manufacturing challenge.
Huh.
And I think they said it's like around one of the world wars is when they figured out how to like make bubble-free lenses cheap. Or well, like you can make like optical glass, but it shouldn't affect the image or anything.
You know,
Well, that's what they say.
something very interesting to me about lenses and cameras is like since, like, because my dad worked for the LA Times for a long fucking time as a photographer, right? Like he's a film photographer, which is like an art, right? Like you go, they would shoot sports and stuff. He'd go to shoot basketball games, and do you know what's really hard is getting the shot when your next shot is going to take you a large amount of time to get to. Even
Oh,
with
yeah.
with a nice, you know, like modern electronic motorized camera. And you only have 36. So you really got to like,
That's cool, Nigel.
you got to like spend your shots wisely, right? And film is like grainy. It's kind of like organic. It's like what you get is what you get, right?
Yeah.
The colors they're not, I mean, is it science or is it art? Like the fucking, I think it's art, right? Like this type of film just has this color profile. Like what is white? Nobody knows. And so you get film that's like sort of pre-balanced, but that's all based on the chemistry of it. And like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like, it's a complicated process and it's not sterile. And then they get digital cameras and digital cameras like sterilize everything.
And then they just fix it in post.
And they fix it in post.
Yeah.
And then what happens? I feel I bitched about this before. And then Instagram comes along.
Oh yeah.
And what do they fucking add?
Filters.
And what do those filters do?
Make your picture look like shit.
Make it look like shit. In the world of digital cameras, it's let's reintroduce the fucking gritty, organic imperfections of a shitty older camera.
Like lens flares
fucking
and
insane. And so like, I'm going to say this and I mean it deep down in the bottom of my heart. The best pictures come from the shittiest lenses. And your average person will not be able to tell you why, but the answer is they have more.
Like the little Instax
organic.
camera.
Yes.
I love all the pictures that thing takes.
Yes.
Yeah.
The imperfections are like a very important part of the story. And like I have this really old shitty lens. I haven't used it in a very long time, but I bought it for like $15 at the camera store. And I was like digging through a bucket. I bought a plate, because I wanted to get a camera lens adapter or a lens mount that could go 1-to-1 instead of, so it like fits, you have to get something smaller than your.
Oh yeah.
So I like picked one that had the correct mount and then I like bought the adapter plate on Amazon and I I had so much fun taking pictures with that shitty little lens and you're just like, wow, like why do they look sort of like, so warm, I think, like warm and organic. And then like you can do a trick where you like to pop the lens off and like kind of
do like a tilt,
a little bit.
Tilt shift kind of thing.
Yes, not on purpose, but more to like let some light leak in. And then it's like you can just like make these like very warm, like 90s nostalgic summery vibe photos that just, I don't know.
Yeah, but you can just apply a filter.
Or you can just apply a filter after 2 decades of digital optimization and sensor technology improvements to your perfectly color accurate rendition of the world that it was in that very moment. Captured by the camera and the automatic white balance and
that's why I like to shine high powered lasers at all my camera sensors to give more of like an organic grainy feel.
Glow. Exactly.
Yeah.
And then one day you die and you're like, at least I
Kevin,
need color accurate, perfect renditions of the world with my technology. And then
Kevin, what you should do is you should tape like something really radioactive around the camera. So you just have like random little like noise all the time.
That's a good
idea.
Every picture you post is like weirdly.
Yeah, grainy.
Everyone's like, what the fuck?
I did see a cool subreddit recently where people like take old digital cameras and modify them. They put like potentiometers and switches like on all the circuitry readouts from the image sensors, and they give like some really weird, glitchy, grainy effects.
That's cool.
Yeah.
It's gotta be really old cameras, right? Really old digital cameras?
No, just like the old point and shoots and stuff.
Okay. Because
what is that called, man? It's called like
mashing,
data
moshing.
Yeah, kind of. I don't think that was the exact subreddit though.
But it was like modern cameras gonna be like one fucking chip.
Exactly.
You can't get in the middle of it. I'm curious like what the process looks like on an older camera. Like what are you intercepting? Like
somebody said that I put this switch here or this potentiometer on the PLL loop to like change the readout sync.
Oh, so just like fucks the digital signal up.
Yeah, basically.
That's interesting. There's been a bunch of open source exhibits like that, like weird data moshing and displays and distortions, like glitch art sort of.
Yeah, it is neat. Yeah. And the camera itself looked really cool because like the front of it had a bunch of like dials and knobs on it.
Oh.
Yeah. So there's like a bunch of things you can like mess with as you're taking the picture. It wasn't like they didn't just like modify it once and that's it. No, you could like go through like a
again.
DJ. Exactly.
Dude, Reddit's been so bad. They've like what do you call it when they fully enshittified? They've basically fully enshittified. They've like, it's actually like kind of upsetting. They've like done this horrible, worst enshittification possible. Like the drug trial, like the free drug, the taste of it.
Yeah.
So what I used to do, right? Well, what I always do is you go to old.reddit.com, right?
Yeah.
Now you need to log in to do that. So like web page, a desktop or mobile browser. It's like old.reddit.com takes you to a login page. And it says to make your experience better. Funny.
Yeah.
You must log in. But you can still go to just reddit.com.
Oh, you don't trust them?
Their shitty TikTok style feed, right?
Oh yeah. They got rid of all too.
Yes. And then you go, so the mobile browser now, I fucking hate this website. I mean, it's good because I need to like not look at it at all. It kicks you out. It like forces you to download the app after 60 seconds. It like you can go on it for 60 seconds.
Wow. I don't have that problem. Are you logged in?
No, I'm not. I
Okay.
never log in. I refuse to. And I would like to use it the same way I've always used it. And the worst part, I switched to the Chrome on my phone because like I don't use it, so there's no cookies or whatever the hell it's storing behind the scenes. And it literally for like 2 days, it never timed me out. And then all of a sudden today, it then starts timing me out. Fuck you.
I've never used it less in my life than I have.
Same.
Yeah.
I straight up don't. I don't use it anymore. Like it's such. It makes me so mad. I remember using Reddit in college, and like the laser cutting subreddit and all these stuff. And I was like, it was such a freaking glorious experience. And it makes me so mad that there's like this. Oh, here's this thing that you know and love, and now we're gonna start trying to capture you,
modify
in a way.
it.
Yeah, like exploit your use of this platform that you've used for like 10 years.
I feel like, I don't know, it's just kind of like it's happening with tech in general and everything. Like, we started complaining about Windows. There was such an explosion of tech that got us to where we are, but it's like, I mean, I guess computing power and everything is still advancing, but I feel like these services, they keep trying to justify their existence. And they're like, we need to make it better. We need to do this. And it's like, in reality, it's kind of just, they're at the limit of what you can, like anything past just erodes user experience and just makes everyone hate you.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like Windows. They're like, they get it to a certain point where it's like functional, it has plug and play, but then it's like, what can they offer in the next thing?
Well, optimizing doesn't increase the bottom line, so they don't.
And
No.
I still want to have a job, so I've got to add some new feature.
Yeah, some bullshit.
But there was a time where it's like the stuff they added was like fundamental. Like I remember Windows XP had so many driver issues where you had to like manually install them. And then they slowly are like, now we have like plug and play. You can just plug it in and it works. Like that's crazy. But then it gets to a point where it's like most of the operating systems just kind of work. And yeah, to make the sale, they're like, oh, it has Copilot and it integrates with all. I'm like, I don't want any of this.
Fucking Windows
I don't want
Paint.
any
Microsoft
of this.
Paint has Copilot in it, and I do not know what it does because when you click on it, it forces you to log in, and I refuse.
Do they still have the pinball machine? Does that the pinball game?
Not officially, no.
No. Where's all the whimsy, bro? Do they have Minesweeper?
It died.
Minesweeper. Remember games? Remember start menu games, and there was just like games you could play.
Now you got to go to a Microsoft store. I've never in my life used a Microsoft store.
They have pinball
drive
game.
my
Nope,
car
they don't.
off a bridge before I use the Microsoft store. Suck my ass, Microsoft.
Facts.
But you can add Pinball Star. You just have to install it, man.
Ugh. Dude, I like, okay. Here's my one experience with a Windows store. What is it called? The Windows store? That's what I'm going to call it.
I don't
thought it was
know.
window shopping, right? I needed a driver for a weird video format. I don't remember if it was like the MKV
Oh
thing or
yes,
something,
I know that.
right?
Yeah.
Because every program is like, sorry, we don't support like all the Adobe stuff. We don't support MKV. Why? Because we're fucking lazy. No, their actual answer, their formal answer is because it's like open source or something, or I don't remember what it was.
It costs $1.
It costs $1.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there looking at it, and I was like,
It's like Microsoft didn't want to pay this company to include it by default in Windows.
But also, it doesn't cost $1, and you can just fucking download it
Online.
from like an official source online.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why is something that should be free being upcharged to $1 in the Microsoft? Like, why?
I noticed that in the Synology.
Oh wait, are you
UI
talking
too.
about it? Because I know that I don't get thumbnails, and yeah, Windows won't. It's the HEVC
Yes,
like codec
that sounds
or
familiar.
something.
Yeah, like there was.
Yeah, it's
And
you can't view the files unless
Right.
you pay like $1 on the Windows store
Yes.
to install it.
And I'm like, okay, there's this thing called the internet that has existed since basically my experience with computers.
Inception.
And
Conception.
the way that computers have always worked is if there is a thing that exists,
Yeah.
there are tools and like just very low level like drivers and stuff to make it work. Like the only time you pay money for something is if you're like buying hardware or like a full software suite. Like all these lower level things are free because that's the only reason any of this works. Like there's a reason that the USB standard is like an open standard, is because if it wasn't a fucking open standard, you would go back to the like fucking Apple problem where like every connector is proprietary and it's a total shit show. Remember when phones had different chargers?
Every single one had like a different size barrel connector.
Oh my God, it was fucking crazy, right? Or those horrible
So you know
like
not everything's bad. We've moved in a somewhat okay direction, I guess.
I'm sitting here looking at this. I'm like, are you telling me to use this computer in the way that I want to use it? I have to install some random fucking driver that has like historically always just been included and or free. Like imagine you want to install you buy a printer and you want to install it in Windows. It's like, oh yes, you must install the printer driver. Like nobody would nothing would work anymore. I don't know if that makes any sense. Like, yeah, it would work. Some people would buy it, but like you just sort of like,
usually it's like you're buying a physical product and then you get the driver for free so you can use it on your computer. But somehow this one driver costs $1.
And I'm like, no.
It's like the company went to like Sony and cell phone manufacturers and said like, yes, you can use our driver to encode video.
It's like,
but in order to view the videos, people have to pay $1 to download our driver.
Who is making money off the driver? It's like, is it the company selling the hardware that creates this media that needs a driver? And then you're going to fucking pay to develop and distribute that driver, you assholes.
Yeah.
Like, it's like the recycling scam, right? Where it's like somehow the recycling burden is placed on the consumers rather than the manufacturers of the recyclable media. Like, oh, to buy these sodas that you literally can only buy in this form, you must pay 10 cents extra per can. And then you must return the can. Also, we will not give you your 10 cents back.
Yeah. Also, we're going to make it a huge pain in the ass.
Yeah. We're going to check your license plate to make sure you're not importing them from other states. And I just throw my cans in a fucking trash can like a real man.
I mean, in terms of like software and everything, it definitely is going towards a point at which people are just going to revolt. Because it's like,
I'm already revolted.
I do find, I'm saying like the hate towards just software companies in general is getting there. Dude, we've talked about it. I hate Adobe so much. And I don't know. I just feel like as the years go on, there's just another software company that I hate with a burning passion.
What I want to do. Okay. I feel like, what I've been able to build in just like the past few months is insane. So like open source has an insane amount of media, right? And you can use like Frame.io, you can just use a folder in your desktop. You can like click through the files and look at them, but like there's a red footage.
The what?
Red footage.
What's red footage?
From a horrible $40,000 camera that you cannot play because it's this insanely, uncompressed is compressed. I don't fucking
know. A lot of them are like Apple. Are they like the Apple?
ProRes or whatever.
Yeah, ProRes.
And so I'm like, we're sitting here and we've like always had this problem where it's like, we have all this footage. It's just organized in folders. It's like unsearchable. You like can't tag. And so I was like, you know what? Fuck that. So I built my own. And I'm not joking. In 24 hours, I built a media browsing system that is better than any product you can buy right now. I'm not joking. It's better than Frame.io. It's faster than videos on your computer. I generated a low resolution proxy that still looks really good for every single video. That includes installing the free red like codec or command line tool to convert the red videos into normal video. There's a proxy of every red video from that camera. It runs in the browser.
Okay.
And you can search for anything. Everything's classified. I ran everything through classifiers. And so I ran all the video files through Gemini. I ran all the transcripts or all the audio through Whisper to create transcripts. I then I took our run of show and cataloged all the media files. So you can go in and you can search for, I stole the Discord search. That doesn't work anymore. The
if has.
Yes, has. So it's like type video, audio, and then it like will show you what you can
from
select.
Camera operator,
search,
camera one,
transcript, fart.
Yeah.
So you can like search through all the transcripts for it. Like it works so fucking well. It's so good. And it solves this like very explicit problem we have. Like there's this like, I honestly like the media ingestion stuff. I need to like figure out how to release a part of these components because it's so good. It's so good. And it's like I'm sitting here and I'm just like, why would I pay for a service that is worse. So I use Backblaze. I think the total bill so far is like $12.
Whoa,
and how many
mine's way higher.
gigabytes are you hosting?
12 terabytes.
Whoa.
And you're paying for like the IO. So it's like in and out. So anytime, so I built a file sharing.
How was yours $12
For what? Is that low or high?
for Backblaze? That's really low.
How much footage do you have?
I'm storing a lot, actually.
Yeah, probably 100 terabytes. I feel like you're gonna have way more.
I don't have 100, but I probably. I don't know.
But like I generated sprites.
50?
50. That's a lot. So if you hover over a thumbnail, it does the McMastercard thing. When you hover your mouse over a thumbnail in the grid, it prefetches everything. And so when you decide to click on it, it's actually already loaded a sprite. So then you can swipe your cursor across it and it like scrubs through the video.
Oh, cool.
And then when you go and click play on the video, it plays it and it's streaming it, but it's already fetched it.
That's nice.
And so it's
Well, you know what I like way more?
Mm.
You know what I like way more than that?
what?
I really like in Windows how if you double click and to watch a video and you use the Windows Media Player,
Dude.
it literally, if your video is like, let's say 20 minutes long, it only jumps in like 20-second increments.
What is up with that, bro? It's 2026.
broken.
Yeah. Something happens like halfway
literally-
between like the chapter markers and the keyframes, and you have to go back and watch the same like 19
Everything's
seconds.
fucking
It literally
broken.
jumps. It jumps like 5 to 10 seconds, and I'm just like, this is actually garbage. Like it's actual garbage.
There's still no
So
like
what I
frame
do- I
by
don't know if
frame.
this helps
I'm
you.
pretty sure you have to like.
If you download films and TV from it's
It's another
you just
Windows
download
app.
it.
Yeah.
It's another Windows app, but
Or
it
like by
actually
Microsoft.
scrubs properly. It scrubs like almost by frame.
Yeah.
But the other one literally skips like chunks of video, and I'm like, this is so infuriating.
I cannot express my hatred for SaaS more, and I hope the entire software as a service industry dies. Like if you do not have some sort of service that like enables me to build the application exactly the way I need it, I will never use your service. Like Backblaze is storage living on the cloud. And you know what? That's the whole goddamn point, is that it's living somewhere else and it's like accessible anywhere at any time. That's the whole point. And so it's like that I will pay for. But like, why would I pay for Frame.io? Why?
I don't know. What is Frame.io?
It's Adobe. They bought it, like review software that like you upload video.
I didn't
and
know
then-
Adobe bought it.
Huh?
Oh.
Yeah, they bought it
I didn't know Adobe owned it.
a while ago. Like it
I hate
literally
Adobe if I haven't
is
said
just
that
kind
already.
of.
I know what Frame.io is. I'm just saying explain.
Oh yeah, so Frame.io, yeah. Frame.io is like a it's
Kevin.
it's like a thing. Oh fuck! It's like, imagine if you want to like share videos across a team of people, and you want to be able to like put feedback on the video without having to just like send emails or Discord messages back and forth.
Yeah,
It
like
lets you put timestamps on the video. It's a very functional tool. Like it's very useful. Like
You know how like SoundCloud has the waveform and like people can leave comments
Yes.
in like certain like times in the song.
Mhm.
It's like that, but with video.
And it also like it lets you essentially kind of create like a folder structure. It's like, imagine if Google Drive was also a video an interface for like video creation teams. And so it kind of lets you share video files and have it like centralized and provide feedback. Otherwise it's just like, here's a link to the video on YouTube. And then you have to like play it in YouTube and then leave, what are you going to like unlist it and like leave comments in there to
Yeah.
show the timestamps? Like, nah, it's just like, it works great. But that's like all it does. And you could build that yourself right now in like 3 hours for almost no dollars.
Yeah. With like probably 2 prompts.
Actually, it's so simple. You could do it very quickly. And so it's like, why pay for it when it's like slower than what you can build on your own? Like generating all the like the proxies and the sprites and everything. You can customize it to like exactly what your application is.
Yeah.
Like, cross-referencing your video footage with run of show. Dude, it has a rule because our like the media files come out of these black magic boxes. And you get the ISOs, which are like all the different the mixes, right? So like even these cameras here, you're recording like 1, 2, 3 video streams, and then they get like mixed into one, like the program file.
Into one video
One
file.
consistent video. So it literally like cuts, so like the video is like intercut, pre-edited. And so open sauce, there's a whole team of people operating switchboards that are like cutting the stage panels as they're live. And that's the PGM.
Okay.
PGM program. Yeah, PGM. And so I just have a rule in there that's like, if it's a PGM file, like, like it basically treats that like the stage show. So if you want
Gotcha.
to search for a panel or something, and you search for a thing, like that's the result. It won't return you all the other camera feeds.
So like if you drag that PGM file into like, Premiere Pro,
it'll just play as if it's a video file.
will it like, can
No.
you expand into the 3 different cameras?
No.
To like fine
It's
tune?
one video that's already cut for you.
Yeah, but if you wanted to like edit those cuts, how do you do that?
So the
You
way
have to bring
Blackmagic
all-
works, they do give you but it's a DaVinci file. You
Okay.
can do it in Resolve.
Okay. Yeah.
It gives you a project that has the entire cut and all the
That's
layers.
nice.
Yeah. But like, dude, I really strongly despise these like SaaS companies that don't improve their shit at all and then charge you more and more money. I think Adobe, I pay like over $600 a year, like maybe $700 a year for the Adobe suite. Yeah. It's fucked up.
Yeah.
So
It's
Yeah.
so stupid. And like, I was using the object selection tool in Photoshop the other day to like make masks for my like golden standards for the tool pocket cutter, and it like it doesn't do actually that great of a job. The segmentation, like when you highlight a thing, and you say select the object in there.
Oh yeah.
It's almost like I think they're using
Like the
same,
magic wand tool where you like,
yeah, that one, yeah,
is that the same tool?
sort of. I think they're just using the same open source library. Like, actually, it's not. It's like there's nothing special about it. Like, I don't know. There's some stuff in there that's good, but like, I don't know, man. Well, all I want is a bunch of people that like want to make applications, and they know exactly what they want the application to do, and they hate all these SaaS companies that like don't improve the software that's being paid for over and over again.
Yeah.
And then that whole group of people is like, fuck this. And they just like make their own version of it. Yeah. I mean, it's like FreeCAD, dude. Like FreeCAD.
Yeah.
I really want that.
Just
shit.
for the love of the game,
For the
not
love
even
of the
trying to
game.
make money.
You know what I learned the other day? Apparently, every single CAD software uses the same geometry base. So, like, literally the thing that makes the shape
Yeah.
is exactly the same across like every single CAD.
And it's all
package.
like some free open source product.
No. It's paid. It's licensed.
Oh.
So every CAD package you use, like the fucking hardest part of the whole system is the geometry building. And that's all a thing that already exists.
Wow. Good for them. They're playing all the sides
I
and they're
know.
winning.
So it's like none of these people are actually doing anything different. It's not like any of these CAD tools do anything better. They all work exactly the same behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Anyways, if you want to, if there's any SaaS you hate, if you got SaaS for SaaS, we should keep a running list and figure out which softwares people hate the most.
Yeah. Write down like a hit
Adobe's
list
up
of
there.
Yeah,
for sure.
some paid bullshit. Mine,
Yeah.
mine, the one that I know that is going to not have a huge pool of people, but just I'm like passionately angry about it is the embroidery software.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say that every single specialized software
$800
that
on
I've
sale.
ever used for, dude, even all the softwares you get when you buy like a specialized piece of lab equipment, it's just like they're all terrible.
Mm-hmm. They're laggy. Like it's not even like the UI, because UI is hard as fuck. Like I mean, I've been trying to like figure out how to do UI, and I realize it is not an easy problem to solve. But like some of the software is not even. It's more like an engineering problem. Where it's like just the interface is like laggy, or like Hatch, the embroidery
Yeah.
software that I paid $800 for. Like the way that the splines, like the outlines and the selections work. It's slow when you add too many points. I think it uses like C#, like net, like the .net
Oh
framework.
yeah.
And like it's almost like using the wrong thing for the wrong scale, and it's so fucking bad. I think of everything I've done recently, I'm pretty sure you could build fully functional embroidery software that runs in the browser
Mm-hmm.
and is free and is completely local. So it just runs in your webpage. There's no backend. There's no server that it's talking to. And it would be faster than the embroidery software that costs $800. Like I am certain of it.
Well, why don't you charge for it then?
Fuck that. I don't want to be SaaS.
No, just like
Kills
a one-time thing. And it's like
I
$50
think
bucks.
What I want to do, honestly, my dream is, because I've hated SaaS for so long, bad SaaS at least. I want open source. So we started a foundation, right? So 501c3, Open Source Foundation. And we're doing stuff right now that hasn't been announced. I want to like make a hub for people to like build tools and then stuff that gets kids sort of excited about building tools, and just creating like a resource of like free things. And then if people want to pay for it, they can like donate, or you can have like, if you want, you can have some services on top that are paid, like cloud storage and shit, right? Like if
So
you
like,
wanna,
like printables, how you can download stuff to 3D print.
yeah,
And you can just like search for tools. Like this is like going to be like that, but you can search for tools.
yes,
Like software tools.
yeah, exactly.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Like a library of little
Basic-
gizmos.
Exactly. Because like even CNC Kitchen, like he's got, the 2 tools now, the texture bump mesh and then whatever the new one's called.
I guess that's what GitHub is also, but GitHub isn't really nice
yeah.
to browse.
I want a thing where like a kid could be
Yeah.
like, I want to do this. And you just go there and it like, that's the place you come to, and it's well organized, and it's like, you have people maintaining the tools that the community is using, and then you can like show off all this stuff at Open Source every year. It's like this big kind of exhibition of these like community tools that are being developed by people. Like, I don't know. That's all I want is like, everything I make that I think is a problem other people have, I just want to make a tool that just like lives somewhere. You could like save the web page and it'll still run when you open it.
Yeah.
And then it just is there and it's just free, and the code is open. And the only reason the code wouldn't be open is because it was too lazy to make it public.
Okay. How come that still isn't a thing? Like I remember being a kid and thinking that if I saved a web page, it would just work.
Because there's backends.
Yeah. But like
Everybody wants you to talk to their server so
there's,
they
like,
can collect your data.
there's pictures on the web page, right?
Yeah.
And there's like, say, a Flash game. I like the
Right.
Flash game. Why can't I just hit like save website? And then the website's like 12 kilobytes, and then I click on it without an internet connection, and everything has like a question mark. Literally everything,
Because
bro.
it's pulling, it's like the web page is not loading an image, it's probably loading some other dynamic image loader thing.
I know, but you know what I'm asking. Like it knows. Like
I know they do this on purpose.
When I know, but when it says like save website, what I'm expecting is it to just be like, I know it's not gonna
Yeah.
do like any online
I know.
capabilities.
I listen.
Kevin,
That
I suffer from that. Like, I did that as a kid, trying to download websites so I could, on car trips.
Yeah.
Smart.
I could browse the internet in the back. But I still do that. And right now, there's actually no good resource to download websites that functions without like constant problems. Because for me, the nightmares that I run into is if you're trying to, I'm trying to make a video. I'm saying that in like a loose term. Basically, let's say I buy something on eBay. And when I buy it, I'm like, I know that I'm going to need to reference this eBay listing when I make the video. And what I've done in the past is sometimes like, I just take a screenshot. I'm like, sure, whatever. You just save a screenshot. But then you realize that you needed one of the photos that was like in the carousel. So then I go and I manually download every photo. But it's kind of sometimes like, I want the website to function
Nigel,
like it was when I saw
you
it.
could type this into an LLM right
know,
now.
like-
You could do this right fucking now, and it would just do it.
like there's some graph or some like equation calculator kind of thing that you want to download and save, but and then you download the website and it doesn't work.
I'm not joking. You right now, you could say, I want to save. Go to whatever your subscription is, and say, I want to save this web page so I can open it in the future exactly as is. I don't need to be able to click on anything other than like the stuff relevant to the listing, like no external listings, just the images, this and that. And you would have a web page in a matter of minutes that would just do that.
How come I still can't right click on videos to save them?
Because they don't want you to.
I know, but then you have to
sometimes
go
they don't want
I
you.
download.
disabled that in our media share tool. You saw the media share tool, but like to share all of the media with the open source creators and everyone else, instead of copying files over and over into different Google Drives, it just shares. You can share a list of links. And I realized that the proxy footage, when you click on the link to play it, to like preview it in your list of things, like if I send you a bunch of pictures of you and a video of you, you click on the video of you and it plays the proxy of you, and then you right click save as. Now you've saved a 720p low bitrate version of the video, not the full resolution video.
Yeah.
So I disabled download. They have to click the download button to download the full res.
Well, did you just you don't allow right click now?
I don't know how it works. I just
Because that's just there's like extensions that allow you to right click.
you can
Boomer
if you want to go through
websites
the
that-
effort to download the proxy, I'm not going to stop.
like Boomer websites where you
Yeah.
try to
Kevin,
right click
there's
on
also
a
a
picture
hack.
and
And it
save
won't let
it,
you,
and it says
yeah.
like right click has been disabled.
Yeah.
All content is intellectual property of bigboomer.com.
Big Boomer.
And then you can literally just like turn that setting off and
Like
download
delete
stuff.
the object covering the image.
Yeah, like Scribd does that.
Yeah.
I hate Scribd.
I It's because
But
everybody
okay.
wants to control your existence on the internet.
There are like YouTube, you know, if you want to download a YouTube video, you can get like an extension that allows you to do that. But like every so often, like they change whatever's going on in the back end.
Yeah.
And they have to like update the extension, but most of the time they don't. And then you have to just download a new one when somebody gets mad enough, they make a new extension.
There's only one extension.
Because it like splits the video into a bunch of different files and then like plays them back from a server. So you can't, it's like grabbing chunks to add to the buffer. So you can't just like download the whole video. You actually have to like grab
YouTube
all the parts.
GLP, command line, baby.
Dude, even that breaks.
How often?
There is, I mean, not on, YouTube's annoying, but on random websites, like I've done it for like Alibaba.
Instagram.
What works pretty well is if you just right click and do like, if you just right click and go to inspect, and then you click network, and then refresh the page, it shows you all the files that are loading, and you often end up just seeing the video. So then I just click on that and then download it. But that's only if there's like barely any
like an
protections
MP4
to stop you.
You see on Twitter, they'll only allow you to download videos if you have Twitter Premium. So they'll let you download other people's videos by right clicking if you pay for a subscription.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I don't know. I just think that everything is okay. If there's something you don't like, you can just fucking make a better version of it right now. That's how I feel. It still takes time and effort, but like, dude, you can just do it.
I know, but it's still easier to go to YouTube downloader, search YouTube video downloader on Google and take the 5 seconds to do that than it would be to spend an hour or 2 hours doing this with Claude. Because
if you're just doing a one-off, then
I know, but I do it often, but still not enough to justify making my own and maintaining it.
You don't have to do that. Someone else maintained it. You know what I want? This is the thing I really want to make right now. I've like looked into it and it's like not exactly trivial. I want like a butthole. Have I said this? I want a butthole on my desktop and my computer and my phone and because I have a couple computers, right? I want like, it's like in the corner, it's like a little portal shaped like a butthole, right? Like maybe not like skin tone, but like, it's sort of like a portal, right? It's like a butthole.
Yeah.
And if you drag a file from one computer into it, it like comes out on the other computer.
That's cool.
That's what I want.
Could be like a wormhole.
Yeah, the worm butthole.
Yeah, exactly.
Like imagine, but then I was thinking, then you start getting into this like UI UX. So what if you have like 3 computers? Does it like just pop out on the desktop, or is it like the first computer to grab it pulls it out of the butthole? So like if you have like 6 computers, and like one of them you like drag a file into the butthole, but all you're actually trying to do is get it from that file onto your computer.
Then
you
just open the butthole, and you grab the file that you want.
So that's what I was thinking. Is like if you click on the butthole, it kind of expands like a folder.
Yeah.
And you can like drag the file out, and once you drag the file out onto the computer you were trying to send it to, then it's gone. It's out of the butthole.
Mm-hmm.
Like it can only. It's not like not Google Drive where like it holds a bunch of different files that you have to delete. It literally is like one file goes in, and then you pull it out somewhere else, and it's gone.
Mm-hmm.
I want to make that.
That's cool. I like that.
And so you can just like, because right now I don't know how to get files from my phone to my different
Discord.
That's fucking insane.
That's literally why I pay for Nitro.
I literally got to go through and I have to like delete files out of my like self chat because it's been like I've like sent like 15 of the same file back and forth.
Dude, my self chat has to be like 50, 60 gigabytes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's bad. It's bad. And I'm like, but now I'm sitting here and I'm like, I feel like empowered. I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. I can just do it myself.
Probably more than that. Probably in the hundreds of gigabytes. Because you can share up to 500 megabytes at a time.
And they don't have a upper limit for some weird reason.
No,
I'm serious. Like with the instant I have a tiny bit more time, I can justify. I'm gonna make the freaking desktop butthole app.
And you know what it does? It just like sends it through Discord's APIs.
Yeah,
and then it downloads
and then it deletes it from your Discord. Like you can do fucking anything.
Yeah, that's so funny.
You could do it through like Backblaze. You could do it through Google Drive. You could do it through anything. Or if you're on the same network, you can do it locally. But like I want it over the network. I want it over the internet. Like there's literally nothing stopping me from just doing that, and that I love that so much. I can just solve that problem. Ugh. Well, I guess next week we'll talk about the road trip with Alan.
Yeah.
But for this week, we'll see you guys
See
on
ya.
Patreon.